Hey all, Hibber here. So while we are waiting for the update later today, I'll just share this video here with you that pretty much shows how you can make heaps of XP without actually doing much. And all you need is Des Moines and a pretty reasonable captain, and off you go. And then really all you gotta do is just play the usual island hiding game here, where you try to stay unspotted and at the same time, obviously do as much damage as you can to the opposing ships. And that's about it. In my opinion, it's super duper, extremely mega boring, and it's a playstyle that if I had to do this every time I play the game, I wouldn't be playing this game here because it's just not fun. I'm not saying it's not efficient, and maybe it is the way you're supposed to play, but yeah, like I said, it's just not my thing. I prefer a much more active role where I'm actually, spotted and people are actually shooting at me. And I guess that's just me. But in this game here, I believe I put on an anti-dispersion build, which you'll see later doesn't work. I'll point that out. And it's not an agile build, I think so. I kind of, jump back and forth with the builds on Des Moines because I insist on playing it differently than the majority. So I'm still working on that. So anyway, let's just talk about the new update here for a bit, because we're getting 3 new legendary ships, and that's always nice. The Bureau has been very quiet for a long time. And most interestingly, one of them is Henri IV, which is a French heavy cruiser, very heavy cruiser actually. It's got bigger than 208mm guns. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's not as big as Yoshino, but they are big guns. And it should be fairly quick. I'm not sure it's going to be very agile. I guess we'll have to wait and see, because Henri on PC, in the beginning it was a very agile ship in the way that it was very quick to accelerate. And we don't know yet if we're gonna get the original PC version of Henri here on Legends, or if we're gonna get the the modified version, which is the one they have now. That'll be interesting because the playstyle is completely different, and I don't know what it'll be. So you see the Montana here, the the seller before this, he just absolutely went all the way through me. And battleships these days, well, it's certainly the easiest class to play, because you can see you don't have to do anything. And I believe I had an anti-dispersion build on this Des Moines here, and yeah, that didn't do anything. So I'm retreating a little bit here. I only have 900 health left, so I just gotta get some back, and then we can pop out again. But again, here I'm playing yeah, the boring playstyle. So where you sit unspotted and you just shoot at the enemy without really moving or doing anything interesting. And boy, is it boring. It's extremely boring. And it kind of highlights an important thing about this game here. And it really is, if you have reliable spotting, this game here is super easy. And that's also why good divisions do really well, because they have reliable spotting, either a destroyer or a carrier. And if you have a destroyer you can count on, or a carrier knows what they're doing, the game is so much easier, because you'll be able to fire from concealment like I'm doing here, and there's really nothing the red team can do about that as long as they're spotted. Is it fun? No. It's horribly boring, but it is the way to win battles. So also, speaking of updates, after we got training rooms and we already have improved stats, there really isn't that much left in this game for me to want. I mean, I've been asking for improved stats for 4 years. We got that not long ago. And of course, training rooms and fleets, I've been asking for that for 4 years as well, and we got that. So that's really the last remaining dot points for this game here that I want to make it perfect. It's pretty much a perfect game now, I think. And it's taken us 4 years, right? But it's certainly been worth waiting for, because yeah, it is very, very close to perfect now. And we also got 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, all that stuff. And if you're into it, there's real-time, lighting as well. So, that's a bit for everything. So I think that the coming updates are going to be pretty tame, actually, at least for me. Because there really isn't that much left to look forward to. And the only thing I can think about that might actually be interesting would be, in the future, to getting submarines into the game. But I don't think that's going to happen this year. Perhaps next year, don't know. That would be the only thing, really. Other than that, it would just be new maps, new ships. Maybe a new game mode here and there, but nothing really, major or groundbreaking like, legendary ships or tier 8 or fleets or something like that. Like, all that stuff has been added. So from now on, I am, kind of expecting only tiny incremental updates or, filler, like I used to call it, which is just more ships, like more legendary ships, more tier 8s, more this, more that. And that's not bad at all, but I can kind of foresee the updates being a tad more, not boring, but perhaps limited in the future. And that's not a bad thing, because like I said, it sure has taken a long time to get to the point where we're at now. So I'm not going to complain at all. I'm just going to say that I'm happy that the game is now, in my opinion, finished. Like, it's been, work in progress for 4 years. And finally, at this point, I would say that with the last update and the training rooms, we're pretty much there. What's left is just, tiny stuff that really doesn't matter at all. Fleets, training rooms, legendary ships, very important. We have them now, and of course carriers as well, very important. And subs would be nice. I don't have to have them, but I can see that being the next big thing. But yeah, let's all wait for the update here in a few hours. And I just won the game here by doing absolutely zilch. I got 3000 XP out of this game here, and I took no chances. I didn't support anyone. I didn't do anything team oriented. I just sat in one spot and shot at the enemy. So yeah, that's how you do it. And if you can live with the boredom, then go ahead. I can't. So hope you enjoyed it. See you out there.